And thank you, Deputies. I wish to thank both Deputies for raising this matter, as it allows me the opportunity to update the House on the current position in relation to the provision of accommodations in the first instance for Greystones Community College and also in relation to Community National School. It has been the intention to open the Community College in the newly constructed Community National School building for September 2020, but this has not, unfortunately, proved possible. Greystones Community College opened its doors to 64 first-year students on Friday, August the 28th, 2020 in Greystones Lawn Tennis Club. The school, KWETB and my department are grateful to Greystones Lawn Tennis Club for facilitating Greystones Community College, and I wish to acknowledge the efforts of the entire school community in preparing the accommodation for the school's opening in these particularly difficult and indeed trying circumstances. A licence agreement is in place for this interim accommodation with a commencement date of the 17th of August 2020 until the end of December 2020. Senior department officials met with Kildare Wicklow ETB and Greystones Community College on Wednesday the 23rd of September to discuss the school's current arrangements and the immediate and future accommodation requirements of the school. My department has agreed to look at all potential options in the area in the short and medium term ahead of the school's move to its designated permanent site in Charlesland, Greystones. This will include the provision of appropriate temporary accommodation, including specialist rooms, as quickly as possible as the current school year progresses. My department officials will continue to work closely with KWETB and the school to ensure the needs of the school community will be met. Department officials, along with the school and KWETB, also met with Greystones Lawn Tennis Club on Monday the 28th of September 2020 to discuss and request an extension to the existing arrangements. The tennis club have agreed to extend the current licence agreement until the end of December 2020 and are willing to consider extending beyond that if so required. Both the school and KWETB are aware of this development. In the meantime, my department continues to work on exploring options for further interim specialist accommodation for the school. Department officials have also been in discussion with Greystones Rugby Club, and the club have agreed to allow for further temporary accommodation on their site to meet additional needs for either of the schools should this be required. The department will progress this as necessary over the coming weeks in consultation with the schools and the ETB. The building project to deliver the permanent new 1,000-pupil school for Greystones Community College is planned for the designated post-primary site at Charlesland, as has already been referenced. My department is committed to delivering this site for the new post-primary school for the Greystones and Kilcool area of County Wicklow, and work is ongoing to achieve this as soon as possible. Discussions are ongoing with the landowner with a view to acquiring this site. As both Deputies will appreciate, any site acquisition process can be lengthy and there can be complex issues which need to be addressed during negotiations, technical assessments or conveyancing. At all times, my department must strive to obtain best value for the Exchequer while seeking to complete the acquisition as quickly and efficiently as possible. The project to deliver the permanent accommodation for the school is to be delivered under my department's design and build programme. As soon as there is sufficient certainty in respect of completion of the site acquisition, the architectural planning and design stage will be completed, and following grant of planning permission, the project will be expedited to tender and construction stage. Specifically in relation to the letter that has been referenced by Deputy Whitmore, that letter was not forwarded to my department by the contractor. However, the department has caught sight of it, and just to state that there are a number of inaccuracies in that communication. Notwithstanding that, specifically in relation to communication with my department and the contractor, there has been ongoing communications, the most recent of which, the end of September, provided by the contractor. October, further information was required and received at the end of October from the contractor, and that is currently being adjudicated upon. Thank you.